Guys, Mr. Voiles here with another quick iMovie tutorial. Today I've got some really awesome stuff to show you. So let's get started. So right here in the timeline, I am starting slowly to build the trailer that I've been making with the students, the girls who helped me out and volunteered. So let's take a look at that really quick.
Action.
Don't know.
Walk out.
Oh, that looks so good. This is going to be awesome, guys. So I can already tell it's going to be a really good trailer. So just watch out. You guys have a little bit of competition. All right. So as you can see, I've got just a couple of shots. It doesn't really take much to build up that energy and excitement for people to see your trailer. So I start off here with a shot of the school. And then that goes to a shot of inside the classroom, and then finally with running down the hallway here at the end. And so what I'm going to do is, if you've noticed, I want to start off with showing you guys how to do backgrounds. So backgrounds are pretty cool and they really help out. And a lot of times what you'll notice is that in trailers, you will actually see the camera or the screen cut to black. And cut to black actually kind of adds just that little pause of like drama, I guess you could say. And so right here, what I've done is I've taken a black background and inserted it in between a couple of the clips. As you can see here, if I zoom in right on that black background, you can see it only lasts for like not even a second. It's 0.6 seconds, so less than 1 second. And I really like that. And what I did is basically I just trimmed it like I showed you guys yesterday. So what I want to do is actually copy and paste that. So I'm going to highlight that yellow, press Command C, and then take my line and put it in between the next two and Command V to paste. And I'm just going to have one more at the end, and then I think that'll be good. This one at the end I'm going to untrim, and you can see there at the on the corner how it's showing those numbers changing. That's showing me the duration of my clip. So if I keep dragging, I'm going to about, I don't want it to last 1 minute. Let's see, we want it to be, let me see, it looks like it's got 1.1 seconds right there. 1.3. Let's see how that looks. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. And actually, I want it to last a lot longer than that. Probably I want it to last about, I would say we could go about 6 seconds here. So 5, 6 seconds. All right. That kind of confused me because it looks like minutes and seconds, but I guess it's really seconds and milliseconds, or it could be seconds and then frames. So you'll notice that there's the little colon and then the 14, and that's showing me just how many frames I have. So it's going to, okay, and it's going to look like that, and it's going to play really slow. So guys, that's what all you have to do is, if you're working with backgrounds or pictures or photography or something like that, if you want it to last longer, you can basically just drag it out to the desired duration. Okay, so now what I want to do is, if you notice right here on this clip, you could hear me giving direction to our wonderful actress here, and you can hear me say, look over there or something.
Action.
Oh, I just said action. So guys, to be quite honest, I don't really need any of the audio in this clip at all. So I'm just going to bring that volume down. And if you notice in this little blue area on all of your clips, there's a little line, and you can click and drag it down, and it's showing me the percent, and that's basically where my volume is. So I'm going to bring that down all the way to 0%, because on most of these clips, I'm not going to really need any sound. I may want to keep the sound on this clip here.
Don't know.
Walk out.
Okay, I like the sound where they're talking to each other, but then I have to take out that of the part where I talked there. And then on this last clip, I definitely like the sound of how she's panicking and running down the hallway. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to leave that sound in there, and we might even bring it up past 100%, maybe to about 200%. Okay. So just so you know, each clip will come with its own audio, and you can adjust it right there with that little guy. And so basically what I want to do now is I want to put in some titles and I want to change the font, okay? And this is just a trailer, so I'm actually going to have the title come up at the very end. Maybe like right before my credits, but I'm not going to do my credits today. I just want to put the title. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click on titles up here in the media box. Click on titles and let's just go with something really simple. Maybe like this zoom title right here. I kind of like the way it just kind of zooms in and zooms out. And we're going to make it last about the same amount of time as the black background. And I'm going to get rid of this little subtitle here. And then I'm going to highlight. And now actually what's really cool is we can change the font. And we can actually use a font that we downloaded. And I was over here on dafont.com and I saw this really cool font. And so I downloaded it. I installed it. And you guys should already know how to do that, but if you can't, just let me know and I'll help you. So basically, it's a little tricky here. So what you want to do is highlight your purple text down there at the bottom, and then highlight it up here in the actual monitor. And then what we're going to do is click on the font drop down menu, and we're going to go all the way down to the bottom where it says show fonts, because everything that's in here is just like kind of like the normal fonts that come with iMovie. So to search for fonts that we downloaded, we have to click on show more. And then what I'm going to do is click on all fonts right here on this part. And then I'm going to go and search, and the name of my font I believe was Horror Hotel. So I'm going to type in horror, and it looks like that's it right there. And this thing is really tricky, guys. You notice I clicked on the font, but it's still not changing. And I don't know why when that happens, whenever you click on it, it just like takes away the highlight. So you have to go back over here and highlight that again, and then click on the font again. So there we go. It looks like it changed the font, so I can close this screen. Let's re-highlight this and let's make this a lot bigger, maybe like 300, and then that should be good. I'm gonna take off this little blue button with the little O that's highlighted. That is the outline, so we want to take off the outline because you couldn't really see what it was unless we did. And I'm gonna type in the title of my trailer, which is the Shadow, what was it? The Shadow Stalker, the Shadow, I forgot what we called this thing. I think it was the Shadow Snatcher. The Shadow Snatcher. Okay, I'm a bad speller. And then I can actually change the color. Let's make that maybe like a red color. That would be really cool, like a deep red. Oh yeah, that looks really freaky. All right, very nice. Okay, so now we've got our title at the end, and that looks great. And you can see my preset Zoom title is working great. So, and actually guys, you can even bring in your own backgrounds. You don't have to use backgrounds from iMovie. There are backgrounds inside of iMovie. If you go over here on the top again, you can see there's different ones like stars or underwater. But I actually downloaded one that I thought looked pretty cool, and it was a kind of a dark colored I found one on the internet right here, and so I'm going to just download that, and I think we'll use that one for our last shot there where you see the words. We'll drag and drop that right into iMovie, and we'll put our title onto there. Once again, the default is about 4 seconds, so we'll stretch that out to about the 6 seconds that we had. And check that out, guys. It looks great. Okay, so now what I want to show you guys is, we did backgrounds, titles, fonts. Let's look at some transitions. So I want to go maybe transition. Guys, honestly, there's nothing wrong if you don't want to use transitions, because sometimes transitions make it look worse than better. And I kind of like the way that it just cuts to black. Kind of like that, you know what I mean? But if you wanted to, you could try some. So let's check out maybe, how about we try, oh, there's different ones here we can choose from. We could try this cross zoom, or no, let's try, Maybe let's try a fade. Fades look pretty good. See how that looks. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So maybe we can put some fades in there. And maybe we can fade to black after every shot. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So let's see how that looks now. See how great that looks?
Walk out.
Awesome. I love the way that looks. Okay, so now what we want to do is we've got our transitions. Let's add some music, okay? If you want to go through iMovie's music, all you have to do is click up here on the top where it says audio, and then you're going to go to where it says sound effects. Now, I know music is not a sound effect, but that's where all of your music is going to be. It's going to be in the sound effects. And you see here where it says genre, that's telling you what kind of a sound effect you are. We're looking for the jingles, so that's where you can find all of those different music. If you keep scrolling through, you'll see that there's machines, sports, animals, people, work, ambience. So there's all kinds of really cool stuff that you can look through here. Okay. All right, so take a look through there. But actually, guys, I'm going to use one that I actually already downloaded. So once again, I was on YouTube, and I found this really cool music. Nice and creepy, okay? So remember, if you find something you like on YouTube, just copy and paste the URL or the link into a email to myself, and I'm going to paste that in there. And let's see, and as you can see, I've got my list going because I don't want to send Mr. Voiles a whole bunch of emails one at a time. I want to send him as many as I can as possible. So if you just send that to me, I will get that converted and sent back to you. So that went to my downloads folder earlier. So I'm going to bring my music in, drag and drop it to the bottom. It may be a little bit too loud sometimes, so we're going to bring down the volume there. And I'm going to cut it to where it just starts right in the middle. That looks great. That should be good there. And we'll trim it down to where it matches. And what I'm going to do is now, if you look really close right here, you'll see these little circles. You can actually click and drag, and that will fade in and out your music. I want it to hit pretty quick at the beginning, but it'll fade out slow at the end. I think that'll be a really nice effect. Let's try that. Here, let's fade it in just a little bit more. Yeah, that's great. Guys, you see how music just makes it so much more better. Trust me, guys, music will make it like 10 times better. All right, and there is this one little part right here that I do want to get rid of. I'm going to zoom in, and it's where I'm telling her to go out. And what I'm going to do here is I'm literally just going to split the clip, and I'm going to split the clip on either side and then just lower the volume. Pretty slick. Tricky. And the same thing we did down here with these fades, we can do up here as well. All right, let's zoom out. Guys, this is looking pretty darn good. I think that's really all I want to cover for today. So check it out. Perfect, guys. I love it. So that's all I want to show you guys today. I look forward to seeing you next time when I show you some more of me building up this trailer, and we will catch you next time. God bless.